All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome the visionary leader. Today's chief guest and Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu garu has arrived at this premises. ఎటువంటి సవాళ్ళైనా ధైర్యంగా ఎదుర్కొని ఎదిరించి స్థిరంగా నిలిచే ధీశాలి పరిపాలనా దక్షులు, ఆంధ్రావన్ని స్వర్ణాంధ్రగా మార్చేందుకై అనునిత్యం శ్రమిస్తున్న దార్శనికులు, ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఈ ప్రాంగణంలోనికి విచ్చేశారు.
నీ వల్లే రాష్ట్రపు సంక్షేమం సత్యం నిత్యం సఫలం. జనగణ మంగళదాయకుడా, ఘనమపు చరితల నాయకుడా, పలుతరములు మము పరిపాలించర స్వామికుడా, నవయుగమేధో సైనికుడా, సమయము తెలియని సేవకుడా, యువన.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and put your hands together and welcome the visionary leader and an administrative genius, today's chief guest and esteemed Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఈ ప్రాంగణంలోనికి విచ్చేశారు. ఆంధ్రావనిని స్వర్ణాంధ్రగా మార్చేందుకై అనునిత్యం శ్రమిస్తున్న దార్శనికులు, ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమం ముఖ్య అతిథి గౌరవనీయులు శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఈ ప్రాంగణంలోనికి విచ్చేశారు. వారికి వేదిక హార్దిక స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తుంది. Hearty welcome to the administrative genius, political Chanakya, man, the myth, the legend, today's chief guest and Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. వారికి వేదిక హార్దిక స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తుంది. వెల్కమ్ సార్. We also have Dr. Mahendra Drav. Thank you. Welcome sir. Thank you so much for attending and enhancing the elegance of the program. I now invite other dignitaries to please occupy the dais. MT Krishna Babu Garu, Special Chief Secretary to Government, Piyush Kumar Garu, Principal Secretary to Government, Professor Sanjay Kumar Garu, Rajiv Acharya, M. Prakasham Garu, Dr. Subramaniam Garu, Dr. Jalalim Tafasi Garu, Suhani Jalota Garni, వేదిక మీదకి రావాల్సిందిగా సాదరంగా ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం. Thank you everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is all set. We are honored to have with us Dr. Mahendra Drav, an eminent economist and chairperson of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. So we invite you to share your thoughts on this important occasion.
Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu garu and all the dignitaries on the dais, I'm happy to note that the Andhra Pradesh government on this World Population Day, they are organizing this population summit with such diverse participation. So the population management policy which the Andhra Pradesh government is doing, it's an innovative one. And we are also thinking how to take this one to other states as the chairman of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. So we are also thinking of those policies. And I'll say a few words, how to have this population management policy in the nation's goals. For example, we have 3 goals for a nation. One is the growth, economic growth. Second is inclusiveness is important. Third is sustainability. So all 3, how do you include this population management policy? And growth, we need investment, infrastructure, exports, and those things. And inclusiveness, we need employment, where quality employment. For this, we need also education and health. Those are the important things where we can, the population, how do you have this education, health, and those things. And sustainability is also important, because the Prime Minister has talked about the livelihoods for environment. It means every day in life, how to protect your environment with population management and those things. So these three things, the nation's goals. And also some of the dichotomy we have to, for example, since Jawaharlal Nehru days, we have neglected, primary education, primary health and all. Now the government and Andhra Pradesh is also doing a lot of work on education and skills, and also how do you improve the employment, the health, and those things we are doing at the national level also. Because the dichotomy is that we have, for example, education, we have good IITs and good, IIMs and all. But at the bottom, we have to improve the quality of education. Similarly, on health, we have good hospitals, but at the village level and all, we have to improve the health facilities. So this dichotomy, which Andhra Pradesh and the All India level, they are going to bridge this dichotomy. And also the demographic dividend due to the population, because earlier people used to think, I was telling the Honorable Chief Minister, there used to be an economist called Thomas Malthus. He used to say that because of population growth, there will be famines and there will be poverty and all. But that was in 1798. He wrote a book on no population will destroy the world. But we had green revolution in agriculture. The technology benefited. So the food production and everything improved significantly than the population. So like that, now there is a change among the countries. Population, increase is not a good thing now, because there are the human resources, and so population management policy is by the Andhra Pradesh government. It's very important one, and the demographic dividend, because other countries there is a old age is happening, US, Europe, and other countries. So we have more advantage here in India, and so with the increase in population, the working is population increases, and then we'll have a demographic dividend. And also we have to create employment and other things for our youth, because youth unemployment should not be high. So we need to create opportunities for them, and also the gender. The women play an important role in this transformation of Indian economy as well as the Andhra Pradesh economy, which Chandrababu Naidu Garu has done even earlier about the women empowerment and self-help groups, all those things. So importance of the state-led innovation by Andhra Pradesh. So I compliment that, and we'll also have other states this kind of population management policy, and the recommendations of the Andhra Pradesh government on the economic planning with welfare programs as well as job creation. That will be very model, and human capital improvement is important, because for any country, human development, human capital will create lot of, apart from the physical capital, physical infrastructure and others will improve, but we need both physical infrastructure and human capital for development of a country, which the population management policy will help. To conclude, India's path becoming a developed nation by 2047 requires smart population strategies led by states like Andhra Pradesh has taken a visionary step Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu garu has talked about this population management, which is important. So we'll give full support from the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister for furthering this agenda of the population management policy of Andhra Pradesh. And with this, I once again compliment this initiative of the Andhra Pradesh government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the amazing insights. Now I invite Professor Sanjay Kumar, a professor and co-director of Lokaniti, to please address the gathering.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this conference. I think the big question what we are trying to address since the morning is in the light of what we have seen, that the population growth in Andhra is going down, and the recent debate which has started about the delimitation. Because if the population growth is going down, and if the delimitation process which is to take place in a couple of years' time, so what will happen? The parliamentary constituencies will be divided in accordance with the population. So what's likely to happen if we go by the system that each constituency should be divided in terms of population, all the southern states are likely to lose in terms of political representation, and that will apply to Andhra as well. So the big question which is being posed, so what kind of a population policy should a state adopt? What kind of a population policy? Should we go for population control, or should we go for population stabilization? I think there is no easy answer to that. It could be yes and no both. Why no? Why we still don't think in terms of population stabilization, but we should think in terms of population control? Because if we think of states like Bihar, Jharkhand, states in the north, these are the states where population is still increasing at a very large pace. And what is happening is that even though economic resources are there, but there is a lot of poverty in these states because the resources which is getting distributed to the people is not adequate, because population explosion is at a very fast pace. But if we think of Andhra Pradesh, if we think of other southern state, then I think there is a need to rethink about population policy, and we may not need to think of population control, but we may need to think in terms of population stabilization. So that's different kind of policies different state need, because one policy helps you in one thing, but one policy also punishes you. While the debate is still not settled about delimitation, the debate is still going on. What could be the criteria? But if we go by the already set rules, the rules which has been adopted for the previous delimitation, there is a fear that for a good population control policy, the states might suffer in terms of political representation. And you need a proper political representation in order for the state's voice to be heard at the national level. One more question which I thought I need to answer is about, the policies at times are very good. The people who design the policies are excellent, but what should be done to